Let's go. Yo, yo, yo. It is your boy, Nice versus Wild, and you're listening to another episode of Be a Wolf Sessions. Thank you for tuning in. My hands are going everywhere if you're watching on YouTube, and I just want to make sure the record button's on. We're definitely recording this session. Let's go, Nigel. All right. Now, thank you for listening. If you've been listening to every single episode, I think we're almost up to 70 Be a Wolf Sessions. I'm so hyped. Every single Monday for 70 days straight. I think this is 69, so next week might be 70. You get the gist. We've been showing up, and you've been showing up, listening to every single episode. If you haven't gone in, listen to binged on like episode number 1 to this point, I encourage you, because there is a narrative, there is a story, there is a journey, and I promise you it will all make sense once you process it all. Okay, now I wanted to talk about a bunch of stuff today, but before we get into the details of stuff, I just want to say, if this is your first time listening, my name is Nigel Fashil. I am a full-time creative entrepreneur from South Auckland. I was born in a rural Fijian village called Lambasa, Bunileka, and my mission in life is to write a story that beats longer than my heart. Now, I've been listening, learning, I've been chucking a bunch of stuff in my diary this week, and I think I hit a point where I knew what I was going to talk about this week. And this is it, all right? The idea is, are you working in your business or are you working on your business? What is the opportunity cost? Now, if you're not a business owner or you don't have a business right now, I think you should still listen to this session, because I feel like the principles and the ideologies that we talk about, that I'm about to talk about in this session, is still going to be able to create impact and change, or make you that 1% better in whatever area you're on. So when I say the word business, you please reframe that to love, relationship, any other word that you're close to and you relate to, because there is an opportunity cost to everything that we do in life. And I genuinely believe that we all have 24 hours in our day, and how we spend our time is going to get the effort, the results, and the impact that we are going to get or we're not going to get. And when we understand that there's an opportunity cost for literally every decision that we make in our life, on how we spend our days, how we connect with people, how we build relationships, then we start to understand and value the right things at the right time. And I think I'm a big believer in that. And I think listening to a lot of people that inspire me on the daily has also confirmed that information in my own mind as well, which I've been thinking about all the time. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I do what I do every single Monday, every single week, and also with like Future Weddings and the creative agency, and also Be a Wolf as a movement as a whole. Like all the things that I do, it's for a bigger reason, and I hope in whatever you're doing in your own journey, in your own craft, there's also a bigger reason and a even bigger opportunity cost. And if it brings you fulfillment and joy, I say go for it. Okay, so I wanted to talk about working. Are you working in your business or working on your business? And I think what I mean by this is, a lot of times we do tasks and activities that don't really benefit us for the future demand, for the future movement. And I think it's because we get stuck or comfortable in a certain pattern. And I know I've made this mistake, and I've done it so many times, where I, like, for example, like in my creative agency, like I'm technically meant to be the guy that brings in the sales. Like I'm not, like, obviously I've got other skill sets, but I feel like I'm genuinely the person that can communicate our story and our narrative, and that probably has the most enough sort of passion to do it in a way where I'm actually going to give a shit. And I think a lot of times we get in these circles and environments and spend too much time in, like, for example, like I'll just be in this rut of like doing research, and I'm not even meant to be doing that research. I'm actually meant to be like selling, for example, or I'm meant to be talking to people about the business, or I'm talking, especially in the wedding photography space, I'm meant to be talking to couples and stuff like that, like, and building relationships and telling them about our packages and stuff like that. And I think there is an opportunity cost for every decision that we make on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, on a yearly basis. And what I'm trying to get to is, are you really working in your business, or on your business? So if you're in your business, it means you're not growing. If you're working on your business with a helicopter view and looking things over and, connecting people in the right spaces and the right skill sets. Obviously, you might not relate to the session if you're a solo entrepreneur, but I really want you to think about this for the long term in terms of how are you going to be sustainable? Are you thinking about an exit plan? Are you not? Are you trying to grow into a bigger team so you can have more time with your loved ones? Like whatever decision you're trying to pursue for the long term, I want you to think about this because I think there's a lot of value in this, to be honest. We need to think about how can I, all the things that take up my time, can someone else do it? Maybe for cheaper or even for more. Because a lot of times there's so much confusion around like how all the tasks that I'm doing in a day, like if I get somebody else, like I'm going to be losing money out of my pocket to hire somebody to do something. But we don't think about that there's actually an opportunity cost. You hiring somebody else out to maybe go out and do something for you. And while you work on your business and on your craft to get more leads or more business in, spending your time there, that might be more powerful for the long run? Have you ever asked yourself those questions? And I've been asking myself these questions all the time. I've been doing it for like 10 years, right? And every single day, I always think about the opportunity cost. And actually, before we get into it, if you're a Beowulf listener and you're like, Nice, why are you talking so much about business? Like, I've been getting a lot of people telling me, like, can we actually dive in a little bit deeper in a lot of things? And I've been trying to, get my ideas together so we can talk about how you can grow your own craft, your own business, and your own ideas. So that's why I'm talking about this today. So opportunity cost, right? What's your opportunity cost every single day in whatever area that you're in? And think about, like, can you hire somebody out to do a task for you, like to do the admin, to do the copy, to do the designing, to, like, I don't know, whatever craft you're doing, to run the shop. If you're running a shop, and can you get somebody else to show up in the morning for 6 hours while you focus on creating new products in your business? Like, these little shifts, we get too stuck in our ways thinking I might lose too much money in my pocket, or you're probably thinking, Nice, like I don't even have any money to start with. Like, what are you even talking about? I'm talking about that every chance that you are using your time for something else, there is always opportunity lost. And if you are like, hey, Nice, you've been doing this for a while and you can say this right now, but I genuinely believe that if you have no money, and you need to create some sort of impact, some sort of change, like you have to use your hours and your time to create the momentum, right? But what if you got people smarter than you and better than you in that craft in your area to create the movement while you focus on the story, the narrative, and the brand on a bigger scale, right? You might lose out in the first couple months, but I promise you, for the long term, for the 6, 8, 9, 10, 20 years after that, like the long-term effect of you spending your time in the space that's required, you're going to have so much more impact. I don't know if this conversation doesn't really make any sense. I just want you to realize that how you spend your time and energy is always going to have an opportunity cost. And I think this could be a 2-hour session of me unpacking how you're spending your time and your day. And I think we won't go into that today. But I just really want everybody to think about this, really, in whatever business venture you're in, and think about, like, man, every single second does count. I'm a big believer in that, and how I spend my time and how I move in situations and environments. Like, I always think about, can someone else do this while I do something else? And especially the things that are like the simple, like, Monday task, like, that you're like, oh shit, like I honestly just spent like 4 hours doing this. Like, I could have literally got somebody else to do this while I spent more time trying to get more leads into the business. And I think whatever you're doing, if you can understand that your time is so valuable in a way where you have to create future demand if you want to go for longevity. If you only want to stay around for a year or two, then keep doing what you're doing, but start thinking about how you can scale, how you can grow, how you can make impact, how you can build more relationships, and really think about the bigger picture, the bigger narrative. And that's why I've been talking about so many stories that we sell ourselves, and you still have the power to create your own story. And I know I get super passionate about this because I'm so passionate about convincing people that like you do have the power to hold that pen and write that story. Stop letting everybody else tell you how your story is going to play out. And I know like last couple, I think 2 or 3 sessions ago, we touched on narrative, we touched on storytelling. And I think all of that stuff really matters because it all goes back to, understanding that like, what's the opportunity cost every single day of you either going for your dreams or not going for your dreams, or going for the things that you care about and not going for the things that you care about. And we've already done that whole conversation of regret and how people feel at the end of their life knowing that they could have done it but they didn't. And why do you think I show up every single Monday when sometimes on YouTube I get like 6 views? Yeah, just think about it, and it's reality. Like, I'm not doing this for a large scale world. I'm not trying to broadcast this to every single person in the world. I know the person that's listening is you, and that's all that matters. And if this is your first session on literally any BO session, it's what a session to show up on, right? I'm talking about opportunity cost, and you showing up and listening to the session right now. I hope the opportunity cost was definitely better than 0. So you showing up to this session, listening every single week, or even listening to one episode, and doing actions after these sessions is what matters, right? If you could listen to me every single week and not do anything, and the opportunity cost would be literally a waste of time. I would literally tell you, stop listening to BO sessions and go do something else, because what you do after these sessions matter. And I think I really wanted to unpack this idea of, are you working in your business or are you working on your business, and really leveraging your own time every single day. So yeah, I don't want to sort of ramble on this week about this, but I think there's a lot of thoughts that go into our minds every single day, and a lot of distractions, especially in the world that we're living in. And trust me, I've all made the mistake, like scrolling, getting lost in conversations, and then I don't know, people telling me I might have ADHD, like literally, like I get lost in my own mind every single day, and I just want to create and help you while I help myself to create better patterns, to be a better human, also a better business owner, a better creative entrepreneur, and just creating better change in my own routines. And I hope that hopefully this session of understanding the opportunity cost inspired you to make action towards your own craft and your own dreams and your own aspirations. And I hope you enjoy this session. So yeah, that's me. Another Monday done. I will see you next Monday. It's been a heck of a journey so far, and I'm glad you're here with me. And remember, I'm not running against you, I'm running with you. That was the line to go check out the Great South Road Running Festival that's happening on October 15th. And I think on the last episode I said it was happening on October 16th, so I apologize. It's actually October 15th. So October 15th, I'll see you on Great South Road. Love kills stereotypes. We're all about breaking negative stereotypes, breaking those negative limiting beliefs, and inspiring the next generation that, hey, doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter the color of your skin tone, you can literally be anything you want if you just put your heart and mind together and believe that you can. So yeah, that's me. Keep being a wolf, keep going, let's go. I'll see you next Monday.